the best gymnast in the world, but Carrie Strug very, very close.
Bart, she's certainly one of the most powerful tumblers we've seen in a long time. Very reminiscent of Mary Brett. Full twisting double back. She's been working on front with a full twist. Did very well, placed 6th in the world. Nice high double back at the end.
15-year-old Carrie Strug. Now our next performer, Vitaly Sherba, follows in the tradition of so many great former Soviet gymnasts. Sherba, of course, won more gold than any gymnast in the Olympics by taking 6 gold medals in Barcelona with a record-setting performance. He intends on competing all the way till 1996, and he's right now with Kathy Johnson.
Vitaly, you never cease to amaze us. First 6 gold medals at the Olympics. You come back, win the World Championship all-around title. You're hardly even able to train, though. You're all over the world. Tell us about your life right now.
My life is very hard now. I have a lot of trips, a lot of exhibition and competition for all over the world. And for me, it's very hard to learn new tricks in my gymnastics, to take care of my baby, of my wife. And it's very hard, but, you know, life is life.
What are your goals, your next big competition, and how will you train for it?
You mean in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I prepared the competition. I began prepared for 1 week before the competition. It was not enough for a competition, but, you know, I'm professional and I did good.
Good luck.
Thank
we look
you.
forward to seeing you in the future. Back to you, Bart.
And thank you, Kathy. The next Shannon Miller? Well, perhaps. Certainly one of the many young kids who have come here today to see the world's best gymnast. Vitaly Sherba, of course, as we have mentioned several times, winner of 6 gold medals at the Olympics in '92, more than any gymnast in a single Olympics. And as it stands right now, he can do no wrong. He competed at the recent World University Games, actually fell all over himself in the preliminary competition, but that didn't matter because when the finals came around, he dominated and won once again. We mentioned at the top of the show that this young man flew 11 hours from West Germany just to get here for this performance today. And that's how his life has been these days. Traveling all over the world, doing exhibitions, making a little money. He said, hey, I'm a professional. He's a pretty good businessman. And obviously, he's a terrific showman.
Bart, I just went up to Vitaly and told him, you're crazy. I can't believe you're doing this. He goes, of course I'm crazy. Everybody knows that.
Here he goes. Laid out double back, and he just got off an airplane. Few gymnasts in the world can pull that kind of gymnastics off. Look at the height on his tumbling. Even when he does an easy move, like just a full twist, it has such style and such power. You can see he's gotten into the mentality of the gymnastics exhibition tours, playing to the crowd, having a good time. He knows that's what it's all about, entertainment.
Wouldn't you like to do this in competition, Bart? Just take a breather. Wait for the audience to give you some support.
He says he wants to compete all the way till 1996, and we certainly hope we get to see him in those Olympics as well. He finished this exhibition routine with a laid-out double back, one of the most difficult moves you can do. And another Olympic star here, and the reigning queen of gymnastics right now, is Shannon Miller, who of course qualified for 4 events in Barcelona. When all the pressure was on favorite Kim Zmeskal, she came away with 5 medals, 2 silvers and 3 bronze. And then last April, she became the world champion in the all-around and on the bars and the floor exercise.
And Bart, this really is one of her best events. She first won a silver medal at the World Championships in '91 on the uneven bars. And then, of course, a bronze medal at the Olympic Games here. And then a gold medal just recently at the World Championships. And here's her special move. Full over the bar, right into a release move. She continues to upgrade the difficulty in her routine. Double layout dismount.
Kathy, she seems to just continue to put great performances together. I spoke to her earlier this week, and she said she's suffering from some back pain, lower back pain, and it sure didn't show in this performance.
As you said, Bart, she seems to just get better and better and really working on perfecting every skill. And in fact, upgrading her level of difficulty.
As we said, of course, the 5 medals in the Olympics, more than any other American athlete. 4-time winner of the American Cup, world champion in the all-around uneven bars and floor. And Kathy, as she makes her way over to have a word with you, I spoke to Shannon earlier this week, and she said the biggest thing that happened to her this past week was that she got her driver's license, and with some short probationary period, she can't drive on the freeway yet. She is now driving around Edmond, Oklahoma, and making her own way to practice. Here's Kathy with Shannon Miller now.
Thanks, Bart. Shannon, it's been so exciting watching you since the '91 World Championships in Indianapolis. Just get better and better. And most important, you are so consistent. What is the key to your success?
Well, mostly just a lot of workout and just hard training on the routines over and over.
Now, on the fun side, Bart just mentioned you got a new car, you just got your driver's license. Are you a danger on the freeway in Oklahoma?
Not too much. No, I haven't gotten to drive a lot.
You have to tell us, though, what do you sit on so you can see over the steering wheel?
Not much. Small pillow maybe, but...
Okay, well, that's good. I think everybody wants to know you see the road. Let's go back to Bart.
A small pillow. She's only 4'9". I'll bet it's at least a large pillow at the minimum. We'll be back with more gymnastics here from San Jose.
Sports Authority for bringing world-class sporting events to the city of...
And welcome back to the 1993 San Jose Gymnastics Spectacular. Bart Connor along with Kathy Johnson here at the event center on the campus of San Jose State. We're going over now to the parallel bars to take a look at 21-year-old Dennis Harrison out of the University of Nebraska. He was 3rd in the all-around in the NCAA championships this year and 6th on this event, the parallel bars. This show today, of course, an exhibition, not a competition. There are no judges. But the fans of gymnastics have come here to see some of their greatest stars in the sport, and some perhaps new stars like this young man, Dennis Harrison. We'll see more of him on the national team in the future for the U.S. Dennis uses a terrific dismount, one that most of the top world-class gymnasts use. That's a double back in the piked position. Notice his legs straight. More difficult to land than a double backflip where your legs are bent or in the tucked position. Well done. And now we're going over to the floor exercise. And the next performer is Olga Yurkina. Interesting story. She is performing in this exhibition along with her twin sister, Yulia. She claims to be 1/4 inch taller, Kathy Johnson, and I just don't know how you could determine if she's exactly 1/4 inch taller than her twin sister.
to land, and she had a little trouble with the landing. I've said this before, an exhibition is a perfect opportunity to try new skills, more difficult skills, try them out with a little bit of pressure with an audience.
On that note, in competition, the judges are requiring a much higher level of difficulty these days than in the past.
We're seeing so much more front tumbling now because it's been giving greater value in the new code of points, so many of the gymnasts are really trying to get that in their routines. Elegant lines, beautiful arm work. More elegant gymnasts we've seen. Final tumbling run, triple twist, very difficult at the end of the routine.
A lovely routine from Olga Yokina to the beautiful music, the Blue Danube.
This is one of my favorite tumbling passes. It takes great technique to perform this skill. One somersault. Watch this, 3 twists.
He's won many medals.
Really have to hang it up in the air a long time to get all those twists around.
Still ranks at the 93 World Championships. It's the 92 European.
Our next performer is Ivan Ivankov. We saw him in the World Championships in Birmingham, where he placed 4th in the all-around.
Ivankov.
The bronze medal on this event. He's only 18 years old and shows all the qualities that a world-class gymnast must have. He's strong, he's quick, he's light. Very powerful. Look at that mount. That's a move called a Maltese cross. And a straight body, straight arm, pressed to a handstand. Look at his body line. That's so impressive. As he shows an inverted iron cross and presses back to a handstand. Watch this move, a double within the rings to a giant swing. And then here comes the dismount. Double layup. Such a difficult routine, and he does it with great ease.
Many of you have seen this type of sport.
Watch this complicated move. Within the rings, he does a double back, pushing the rings to the side and hanging on. And finishing it with a giant to a handstand. His dismount, a laid-out double back with a full twist.
They've trained together for 7 years.
Wonderful finish for Ivan Ivankov on the still ring. You know, the gymnasts came here yesterday and they worked out at California Sports Center with some of these youngsters yesterday. Future stars? Well, maybe. Gymnastics show featuring exhibitions from the United States gymnasts as well as gymnasts from the Ukraine and Belarus continues here in San Jose. This is 14-year-old Lilia Podkopaeva. She'll be performing on the balance beam. And Kathy Johnson, she's only 14 years old. She's the youngest performer in today's show. And they just seem to be getting younger and younger and better and better.